Booyah, back at you. Motivational Motives. Got your boy Quan John and Miss Portia Mystique. What up, girl, woman, African
Hi,
princess? What's going
Queen.
on with you?
Correct yourself.
Queen, my fault. You know what I'm saying? You have a youthful but very mature disposition about you. You understand? I'm complimenting James's taste right now. Yeah, from real, But we back at you. Season 1 has come to an end, and we're here to recap our personal favorite shows, our personal favorite guests. And we're going to talk our talk and have a meeting of the minds like we always do. You know what I'm saying, Portia? How you feeling today, first and foremost, show?
I'm chilling. I've been home
Good.
all day working. It's hot. I was by myself.
Okay.
So it's one of those like chill, I got like no energy days. But I'm good. These podcasts always give me a bunch of energy. So like I'm real hyped right now. But I wasn't like this earlier.
Yo.
So it's just because of this podcast.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, Portia Mystique shared some pictures from a wedding that they attended, that they were actually in this past weekend. And if Portia will be so kind, can we flash a picture of her and her King James at this wedding? Because they was looking dope. For real.
Oh my God.
Is that your discretion? I won't do it if you don't want to, but I think can they just see what royalty looks like?
One picture, yeah. We'll you can put up one picture. Ava put it right here. Picture
right
go.
there. Boom.
Right,
know what I mean? Word up. So so yo man, season 2 is coming to an end, and
season
Portia,
1.
how you felt about season 1? I'm sorry about that. I'm already, my mind is already in May. How did you feel about season 1? And what's your sentiment on season 1?
I can't believe we're already over 100 episodes, which is crazy. Because I just feel like we be having phone conversations. So sometimes I mix our phone conversations with podcasts. So it's almost impossible for me to keep track of how many of these we do. But I'm just really proud of us. I am. I'm proud of the following. I mean, even though we're a small group, maybe, I don't know. Maybe, are we bigger than I don't pay attention, so I don't know. But
we doing our thing over here. I think we done made some noise in the Black community, and because that's the noise we trying to make. Them other communities, I mean, if they want to listen, they can. But I think we really making noise. I really think our people are definitely tuning in. They want to see, you know what I mean? They want to see Portia Mystique's pretty smile. They want to see that Kango that Quan John got on. You know what I'm saying? They want to see these things and keep tuning in, because we're gonna keep it rocking on the real. You know what I mean? So Portia, for real though, who was your? See, I can't. We have so many guests. Who give me a few of the favorite guests that we interviewed during this year?
Oh my God!
Let me know.
Okay, number 1, Tamara Rashid.
Woo!
She's dope. She's so
salute Tamara Rashid. Salute you, Queen.
Yeah.
Man. And why? What is it about her story that really, grasps your attention and your heart?
You know me. I really gravitate towards optimism and positivity. So, given all the stories that we've heard, everybody's life and everything that everybody went through, I think she had one of the greatest hardships, and still her optimism and positivity rivals my own.
We're not allowed to leave the house during the hours of 8 to 3, which I came to find out were school hours. School hours. We're not allowed to leave the house. So we could leave the house after 3 o'clock.
I can't believe
cross the street and go visit our parents.
So it's like, how can she be as amazing as she is? How can she be so vibrant and bright and positive after going through what she's gone through and had all the deficiencies she's had in life? And she overcame that on a large scale. We talk about pivoters so much. Like almost every guest we have is a pivoter. Somebody who ran into a hardship and was like, nah, don't worry. I'm gonna come out of that. I'm gonna fix that. And I think she was maybe in my eyes, the greatest pivoter we've had, because she turned her life completely around. And we only, and when we recorded, we only got up to when she was 17. So,
yo, she will be on season 2 to tell you about the other half of her life thus far.
Yes, thus far. So there's so much more.
I'm assuming that other half is just as profound as the first half. I'm assuming.
We know a little bit. We know a little bit. We won't give it away, but we know a little bit. So it's like,
Tamara, she is the objective of someone that has overcome adversity and moved to prosperity. You understand? Yes. And so I definitely piggyback and mimic that. You know, those Tamara Rashid was definitely Tamara Rashid. I'm sorry, Tamara. That's definitely, you know, one of my favorites, you know, because her story is a testament that it don't matter what you go through in your life. If you have it in you, if you have greatness in you, it will seep through your pores.
Yeah.
You understand? No one can stop your greatness but you. You understand? For real.
And I'm sorry, can I have another one? Can I do another one?
Do your thing. I mean, yo, you got as many as you want. We did our thing. Do your thing.
Dr. Adrian. Oh my God, I love her. She is so amazing. Like, y'all.
Man, Dr. Adrian.
Just the
let me just jimmy something in there real quick.
Okay.
Habitual Habitat is on Amazon right now. It will be on Audible probably like by June. And Dr. Adrian Bradley Gray is the orator of Habitual Habitat and Urban Sermon. However, you can purchase it on Amazon now, but you will be able to purchase the Audible form, the audio format in June on Audible by way of Dr. Adrian Bradley Gray.
She's real. I mean, if there is anybody you can think of that is so down to earth, yes, that's authentic, down to earth. She knows what she's talking about, but she won't pretend that she knows something she doesn't know. You know what I mean? And she's also really positive. Like she's everything.
I feel like the virus allowed parents an opportunity to get more in tune with their babies, where they are, what they need, but also get them more in tune when the teacher calls you, whether she may be a great teacher or not so great teacher. But typically when teachers call, sometimes it's not anything different. But I think it's been an opportunity for families to get together, to be closer. Now, I'm also going to say, and I'm just speaking specifically from that Title I perspective, historically in Title I schools, our babies are already kind of behind. So do I feel like it didn't help close the gap? I do. But I don't think that it was any more detrimental than if they would have been in school per se, because a lot of those deficits were already there.
Good point. She's the bomb. She's the bomb. She really taught me some things about how the administration perceives the child and parenting. You understand? Because as parents, you know what I mean, we get it twisted. You know what I mean? We can only look at it, you know, it's like if I'm, you know, in the house with you, I only see what's going on in the room. As opposed to if I'm outside, I can look in the window and see what's going on in the whole house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's what parents do sometimes. You know what I mean? And she actually allowed me to understand how does the principal feel about, you know what I mean, the child? No, not even the child. Their teachers and their mannerisms and their etiquette and how they're presenting in school, because we tend to think that the principal is always on the teacher's side and No. Sometimes she let us know. Sometimes the principal is like, yo, you ain't doing that right, yo. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You need to they shape up or ship out type thing.
Yes, exactly.
But on the other side, she also allowed us to realize that the parents have a duty too. You're not just sending your kid. You know that old joke that they got, 9 to 3 is your shift. No. Yeah, like the school shift from 9 to 3, and the parent takes over at 3:30 when the kids come home. It's like this. If you are doing your thing wholeheartedly and instilling those jewels into your kid, you know what I'm saying? The kid their shift is going to be easy from 9 to 3. You understand?
Right.
They're not going to have no issues, no problems, because you done embedded that sense of success that discipline, you know what I'm saying, that respect for elders. Like me, I'm the mathematical writing guy when it pertains to my daughter, and my wife, she's the science and the creative person. You understand? So we know whose duty it is. You understand? I'm not going to, this science thing, I'm not a scientific guy. Yeah, as y'all can see, I mean, I'm a very spontaneous guy. Science doesn't work with me. You know what I mean? And, you know, she's the creative person, so I'm not going to do that. And she's not going to look over the mathematical equations or reread the assignments. We know what our duty and our job is.
And that's what makes it work.
Right. Yeah. And I say that to say the spouse has to have their job. You understand? They have to have their job. My daughter, she's 9. She's in the gifted and talent sector of the school system, which I want to talk about that with you. And my wife, you know, we were fortunate enough for my wife to be a stay-at-home mom. Okay, so my daughter started school at 3. So we knew when she went to school at 3 that she was above average, if you will. So when she was when she took the test for the gifted and talented program, you know, which all of her classmates did, I think like 40 of them did at the time. 2 of them got it, which is okay. You know what I'm saying? And this, I say that to say is I didn't label my child gifted and talented after the school system labeled her that. She was already gifted before she got to the school system. You understand? And I knew that because I knew what my wife, the work she put in to my daughter while I was working these 40-hour weeks for the university. You understand? So I tell my daughter, you're not going to school to learn. You're going to show them what you already know. You know what I'm saying? If you do that, yo, it's going to be a smooth ride. You know what I mean? For real. But if you haven't done all of the above, you're going to have problems with little Jimmy. You understand? Little Jimmy might try to burn down the school. Little Jimmy going to be throwing chairs at teachers. I know people, when I was a young dude, that was wild in school. Yeah. You understand? We have to sit back and ask ourselves, you have to sit back and ask yourself, it wasn't the kid's fault that they were wild. It couldn't have been. You have a 10-year-old that's being crazy destructive in school. It could be lack of discipline. It could be the eating habits. It could be lack of having a father in the household if they're a boy. You understand? For real. Or it could just be lack of resources that the family has. Right. I mean, it encourages be and behooves. You know what I mean? The kid to be destructive in school. Exactly. But word, shout out to Dr. Adrian Bradley Gray all day, every day. You know what I mean? Yep. So who's your top I just thought about somebody when you was talking. Yo, you know who my favorite is for real? Who? Rama Mercy. I knew you was gonna say that. Rama, salute you. Speak on it. Our stop shop for real. This woman right here, as Tamira, as Dr. Adrian, embodies someone that's not gonna let you stop her. Okay? If you guys remember the story, you know what I'm saying? This woman didn't have anywhere to live and had a little baby with her. And said, you know what? I am tired of working for corporate America. Quit her job. Quit the joint and said, I am going to be an entrepreneur. I am going to be a businesswoman. I am going to start my own situation, my own palace, and build this legacy and pass it on to the little one. You know what I mean? And she's doing a phenomenal job. She has 3 businesses, not 1, not 2, but 3 businesses that are doing very well. You understand?
I quit. I filed for unemployment. They tried to contest it. And this is why I say faith is such a powerful thing, right? They tried to contest it. They said I was late like twice or something like that, which was not true. I was working like 3 to 6 hours past my actual shift on a daily. And so when we got on the phone with unemployment to talk to the like lawyers, like it's labor lawyers that listen to the little dispute trials or whatever, the supervisors of that job, they're supposed to be there to kind of like advocate for me not to get unemployment. And they're praising me. They're praising how hard working I was, how like amazing I was, how many hours I put in. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the conversation. And I think the lawyer is like, what am I here for? You know, like what was the problem? Right. And then between that and me saying I never got my checks on time, the lawyer was like, it's turned over.
and I got a lump sum. And what did I do? I went to go form my first LLC. I started, at that point, I'm homeless, right? But I'm hiring people to work from home. So the irony of this was like so amazing.
Yeah. Rama's actually, she's going to be hosting the second annual event for Black business owners in August 15th and August 16th, I believe. All right. This is going to be in North Carolina. I'm going to be present for this one. Had a little dilemma, but the first one, you know what I mean? But God makes no mistakes. She's, you know what I mean? So if you're a business owner, you know what I mean? Go to our stop shop. And, you know, and the fee to be a vendor is really peanuts compared to what these other places going to charge you to become a vendor to get your products and services out there. Wow. You know what I'm saying? So Rama, her story was phenomenal. And to this day, she's, like I told her, she's a great inspiration to me, man. You know what I mean? And her wisdom is far beyond her years. She's only 30 years old. But when you speak to her, it's like talking to an aunt, man. It's like talking to auntie. You know what I mean? That's letting you know, I'm like, damn, you putting me on right now, sis. You know? Yeah. So salute you, Rama. And my B is, like I told you, my B got to be Mr. London Dixon, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because the fact we don't have those discussions about the importance of life insurance and having your retirement plan put together. We don't have those discussions in our households. We don't have them in the school. You know what I'm saying? It's like we don't have them at all. You know what I mean? Yeah. You have to have life insurance, ladies and gentlemen. And like London Dixon said, what the other cultures do, when the baby is born, they take out the life insurance. But us Black people, we tend to be the most, what they call a superstitious type of person. Yeah. Oh no, if I get life insurance from my baby, that means I'm saying that the baby's going to die. The baby's going to die one day as an adult. Okay? Just understand that as an adult, that we are here to die. Understand it now. There's no black and white and no way of getting around that. However, after you accept that, you're like, yo, let me get life insurance. You're not saying that the kid's going to die. What you're doing, you're planning for the kid's future.
Do you think you're going to stay alive forever?
No.
All of us, no matter how good we are going to die.
We know.
God forbid. I have this little sign that I have on my Facebook page. It says, it's my job to ask you about life insurance. Don't make it my job to tell your family you didn't have any.
Wow.
Ooh, yeah.
Even if you're 30 years old with no kids and not married, somebody's going to be responsible to pay for your funeral.
That's right.
And just because I'm 30 with no kids does not mean, once again, I got $12,000 sitting in the bank to pay for a funeral. Next part of that is when you're younger, you tend to be in better health.
Right.
That means your premiums are lower. So I'm sitting down and I'm making this up as we go. Okay. I'm sitting down with this 30-year-old man. We've just had that little piece of a discussion. And he says, well, that's cool, but I still don't see why I need it.
Right.
Check this out, young man. I'm going to make this even better for you.
Sure.
Do you have a car in the driveway? Yeah, I got a car.
Yeah.
Why?
Absolutely.
You ain't going nowhere, right? But what if I want to? There you go. What if you want to get married one day?
Right.
What if you do have kids?
Right.
God forbid, what if you develop cancer? Now you got cancer and you say, gosh, I got cancer. I need to go get some life insurance. Guess what they're going to tell you? You are uninsurable.
By getting life insurance by the child's a baby, because if you wait till the child's 20, 25, you ain't going to pay that premium. Why not pay the little $20, $30, $40 premium? By the time the kid is like 18, 19, they got thousands of dollars to play with.
That's it.
And maybe, go ahead.
That podcast, I learned so much from recording that podcast. Remember, I had my notebook, I was ready to go. And even after that, the one thing I love about London is he's always available to answer any questions you have. And he's so adamant about the fact that if he doesn't know an answer, he's going to find somebody who does, and he's going to get back to you. And so because of that, my husband and I have had many conversations with London, and we're getting stuff set up through him because of that podcast. Because like, yo, dude knows what he's talking about. And if he doesn't, he's not afraid to say he doesn't.
And he cares.
He cares.
And he cares. Something that stuck out with his talk with us was very profound. I don't know if you remember when he said, yo, when someone loses a loved one, let's say from the town that he's in, and he's the life insurance agent, and he has, you know, helped them out, he brings the check to your house.
Yep. In person.
You understand?
Yes.
Word up. Because he know, like he said, you got too much things to do. You're going to set up the funeral. You trying to get the soup ready. You calling family. You are already distraught. So he brings it to your crib and gives you the check in your hand. You're not going to find another life insurance agent that's going to do that out here, ladies and gentlemen. You understand?
And he's always available.
So if you do not have life insurance, ladies and gentlemen, go to the London Dixon episode of Motivational Motives. You know what I mean? His description, his contact is in the description. Email the guy. I think his number might be there.
Yes. His phone number.
His number is there.
Text him.
Shoot him a text and say, hey, you know what I'm saying? I seen your episode of Motivational Motives, and I really want to talk to you about life insurance. Since then, I got all 3 of my kids insured.
What?
You understand? Word is born. I got all 3 of my C's insured for real now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, we do the numbers on how much this is going to accumulate. And you like, damn, when they 18, 20, 21, they got this amount of money. They don't got to use it. So when they get on their feet and they get their careers, you can just pass it over to your child. Like, here, that's yours now. You can either keep paying it, or you can cash out the money and start your own business. You can call up Our Stop Shop. You can call up Rama and say, yo, I'm ready to get it popping over here with my own business. I got X, Y, and Z. What should I do first? You know what I mean? So those 2 people really stood out to me, man. You know, so Queen P, tell me episode wise, what episode did you really, you know, what it's something that you tend to think about and from time to time. You know what I mean?
The one episode that really sticks out that just comes back to me often is the episode we did on corporal punishment. Beat your kids.
Woo! What your aunt said? Beat him.
Yeah, that one comes back to me, all the time. The time. I don't know why. Maybe it was really fun. Number one, it was really fun to record that. And it was really fun to kind of think about the future too. Like, I don't have kids yet, so it was fun for me to think about the future and, like, you know, how we're gonna handle it and what we actually don't know and all that stuff. So it was fun. It was fun. But
I mean,
I guess it depends, because if you have let's say you have a 60-year-old boy, he know daggone well he's not supposed to. Let's say he decides to steal from a store. Steal from the store or something like that. He don't need to, just because he won't be out there. He won't be big and bad. So he decides he wants to steal from the store.
He's just a kleptomaniac.
He's just a klepto.
That's all he is.
Okay, no. Let's just say, let's say it's initiation for a little neighborhood gang. Right?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's in a gang too? Oh, wow.
Now, let's say that's what it was.
Okay.
I'm saying what I'm saying now because I feel like conversation is great. But I can't say that I want to snatch my little boy off that street and put in some work. But because it's like, at that point, I don't know. You know what? I'm done. I don't know. I think it depends on the child.
Cool. You know what? That's the point I was coming to. When you were saying, when you said that if he's 16, 17, 18 years old, she is supposed to know, that's not necessarily true. Because let's say you've been putting in that work since he was 5 years old or 15, and you've been slapping him upside his head, and you've been, plucking him in the air. You've been, grabbing him by his lips and things like that of that nature. Is a lot of controversy, about this topic. We've spoken about that because nowadays it's different. When I was coming up, you couldn't call police on mommy. They wasn't hearing you. You understand? Yeah. And I'm quite sure in Nigeria, when kids is getting their butt whipped, you can't call the cops because you probably deserve it.
What you going
out there in Nigeria? What you go? You know what I mean?
What you going to? You take it. The end.
Right? A lot of controversy. A lot of people feel like, personally, like I said, I'm the type of person, I'm not out front going to beat my kids. One, I got little girls. It's different. As I've said before, it's different when you're a father with little girls. You know what I mean? I had a dude when I was working in addicts rehab center as a vocational counselor many years ago. Spanish dude, you know what I'm saying? He was cool, whatever. And he said, Joe, my wife is about to give birth to Ava. It's my firstborn. I'm like, yeah. He said, yo, you got any other kids? I said, yeah, I got a son. All right. He said, yo, watch you have your little girl, man. I said, well, it's my daughter. I'm going, treat her the same way. He said, no, you not, man. He looked me in my face, man. And he said, Joe, when you see that little girl come out, life is going to change for you. And I'm looking at him like, yo, man, come on, fam. This is my baby. I don't care. I don't care if it's a son. I don't care if it's a daughter, as long as they're healthy, blah, blah, blah. He said, I'm telling you. And if that, he was telling the truth, because when Ava came out, I cried like a baby. I cried. I tried to turn my head. I cried like a baby, because he's right. Because you say to yourself, yo, now you go into protector mode.
Right.
You understand? You're like, damn. Because you think about how you were as a man with women. I'm not saying you were a knucklehead, but you probably had your times and your days not treating women as good as you could have treated them. And you look at your daughter and you say, yo, I'm not ever going to see the day when the dude mistreat my daughter. That's not going to happen. You understand? For real. They might as well come lock me up today, because it's not going down. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For real. So on the other side of that, that same little girl, let's say she acting up. Don't get me wrong, ladies and gentlemen out there. A woman, an old person, and a baby should not be harassed or disciplined or grabbed up. But there's some women out there, ladies and gentlemen, that ask for it. Okay? Operative word was, married to one. And I never put my hands on her. You understand? Yeah. And I say that to say, me and her, we had different parenting styles. You know what I'm saying? She's a screamer. I'm a talker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. For real. She's a quote unquote fighter. I'm a listener. You understand? For real. So when when you have diverse parenting styles as it pertains to corporal punishment, I think that's something that you need to get in line first with your, like I said, with Dr. Adrian's podcast. Salute you, Dr. Adrian. You have some things that you need to get, I think, out of the way with your spouse before y'all have kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? One of mine is, like I said, I've said education, top priority. How do you feel about education? You know what I mean? 2 is, how you feel about it? How do you discipline your children? You know what I mean? Things of that nature. 3, money management. You understand? So you know what? Corporal punishment. I'm sorry, Portia. I know you spoke. I didn't mean to take over, but yeah, corporal punishment. That was the joint.
Yeah.
It made me think about a lot of things.
Yeah, I think that might be my favorite. Second favorite. My second favorite is one that was actually really controversial. There was a lot of discussion in the comments about it, and actually would love people to keep that conversation going. But can men and women be platonic friends? That was so. I loved recording that because it was.
My wife said, "Hell no," but go ahead. That's her opinion. Go ahead. She said, "Her husband."
Wow.
But go ahead, though.
I mean, it was interesting because we even had conversations off camera. So, like, I was having conversations with my husband about it. We were having conversations with our friends about it. You know what I mean? So it was really controversial. And so I loved that discussion because it sparked so much conversation elsewhere.
Situation where I have a female friend. She actually attended my wedding. We went to college together. She's good people. You know what I mean? That's my prima. Good people. My wife knows her. She likes her. She's cool. Now, she has a friend. You know what I'm saying? That one time, I actually met her. Matter of fact, I met her twice, but she doesn't know me like that. But I'm quite sure she knows of me through my friend, right?
Right.
Quite sure she knows of me. So me and my wife, we were doing some home shopping to buy our home. And it came to pass where my friend told me, hey, do you know that such and such, she's actually in that type of line of work and she can help you get some grants for the down payment, et cetera, et cetera. I said, oh, okay, cool. You know, I feel comfortable because this is your home girl, right? So me and her, we started talking on the phone, right? Strictly platonic. We started talking about business, you know. 1 week, 2 weeks led to another. Okay, she started calling me at home on the phone. My wife was cool with that because my wife is sitting right there. After that, she started calling me at work. So you might ask yourself, well, how the hell did she get your work number?
Yeah.
You want to know my work number? Because I emailed her from my work email and my signature, my number's in there. So I didn't give it to her.
She had it, yeah.
We had it, but I should, like I said, me being naive, I should have checked her then, but I didn't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I should have said, yo, don't be calling my job. Stop it. But she called me at the job, whatever case may be. Okay, a few more weeks go by. She goes out of town on business and all that. I'm like, oh, great, go out of town on business. When she gets to the destination, she calls me again from out there. Now it's getting a little fishy. Like, come on, what's going on with Shorty? She's kind of treating me like I'm like a boyfriend. You know how you would do your man when you get to your destination, you would call him?
Call him, yeah, let him know you got there, yeah.
She would call me, and you know, me still being naive, I'm actually feeding into it. To be honest with you, I can recognize it now. I'm kind of feeding into it. You know what I mean? So I'm still having the meeting of the minds with her, and we're talking about business. We are getting off the subject of business a little bit, only because of my connection that I have with the mutual friend.
Right. Okay.
That's the only why we're getting off the subject. You know what I'm saying? So she's asking me. She starts asking me relationship advice. That was another sign I didn't catch.
Boy, you tripping over there. You messing up. Go ahead.
No, but I'm gonna tell you, like I told my wife many times, and I'm gonna get back to the story. You know why I don't catch these signs? Because I know that my intentions are pure.
Right. That makes sense.
I don't catch them because my intentions are totally pure.
Yeah. So you're not up to nothing. You're not worried about anybody else being up to something
at all, because I know I'm not, and I know no one can make me do nothing I don't want to do. Mm-hmm. Okay, so the young lady starts asking me relationship advice, and I'm giving, because I'm a little older than her, so I'm giving to her. I'm like, yeah, you know, this guy here, he's doing it, da da da. You know, and she's taking it. Well, I think she's, you know, I think she has good intentions about her relationship, but I really think she actually just wanted to see what I liked.
So I think that was a really good one.
And to piggyback off that one, I remember in that podcast, I mentioned a friend of mine, a former friend that I had, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And in between that podcast and today, that former friend actually, you know, tried to reach out to me and say, hey, you know what? I actually missed our friendship, quote unquote, you know, and I've learned so much from that podcast and from life in general about relationships with the opposite sex. I learned so much during that time that I felt like, nah, because now I know about boundaries, and that's something that men and women have to have if they're going to be friends.
Another thing that needs to happen for men need to be more aware, because not every man is a hoe, right? So for those who are kind of more, you know, simple and keep to themselves, they're also naive, like you said. So it's like you don't even see, and it's so, oh man, it used to really annoy me. Like, not even just with my husband, just men in general. Like, how can a man not see what this woman's intentions are? Like, we see it so clear. It's so clear to us. But a guy doesn't see it. So I think another thing that needs to happen is not only do you need to be more confident and be not as easy, but for those who aren't like that, who aren't promiscuous, you also need to be aware. Try to become more naive. More naive. Try to become less naive. Less naive, yes. Right. And that's the only way to do that. Like, men don't have the intuition that women have, but learn women. Learn them, understand them, watch them. Because if you're paying attention, you'll see it. It's so clear. If a girl, like, just simple stuff too. Like, if a guy is going out, he's chilling, and a girl comes around and she's laughing at everything you're saying, or she's just kind of getting close and like trying to be cute, like she's flirting with you, dog. That's what it is. That just bottom line. You can say what you want, no matter how sweet she is. She may not have come out and said it. She's flirting with you. And I have to be honest, sometimes flirting is not harmful. Right. Because it's going to happen. I see it happen. I see women flirt with my husband. If I were to get upset every time a woman flirted with my husband, it's a problem for me. I would be so unhappy in my marriage. I can't let that be problematic for me. She's gonna flirt. Let her flirt. Let her sweet.
You're going home with him anyway, so
exactly. Let her give him all the compliments. It's
to a certain extent, compliment to your taste to a certain extent.
Yup. It's like, you know, my husband's fine. Thank you. I know. That's why I bagged him.
You understand?
Yeah.
If you're gonna be friends with somebody platonically that is of the opposite sex, if you're attracted to the opposite sex, you have to. I didn't know that. I'm a loose dude. I was loose with. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, whatever. You know, I go to the bathroom in front of you and all of that. But no, you can't do that. I'm for real. That's how I was, loose with it. Cause I didn't do that to send the wrong message, but it sent the wrong message to I was really free. So with this young lady, I was like, nah, we everything is cool. Life has been well for me. Life has changed abundantly. And I didn't care to disclose how life has changed for me in the past, year or 15 months. You know what I mean? But I did tell, please go get Motivational Motives. You can still get that on Amazon though. You can still purchase that on Amazon, right? And you can still and that's an Audible form right now, today, ladies and gentlemen. Motivational Motives on Amazon. Yes. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was a really dope episode right there because men and women, that's the the man woman thing, that's going to be the question that's going to be asked for eternity.
Yeah,
can we sit here and be friends? It is. Can we? I don't know. It depends. You know what? It depends on your. It depends on a lot. It depends on your temperament, your self-esteem. It depends on how you feel about thyself. I know people on this podcast getting tired of Quan John saying it, but I'm gonna say it every day. It's how you feel about thyself. Yes. If I am confident and comfortable with thyself, you understand, I can have a healthy relationship with the opposite sex without disrespecting her or my wife.
Yeah.
However, if I'm not that confident in me, I'm going to try to use the relationship I have with the opposite sex to fulfill a void that I have within myself by trying to sleep
with you. Yeah.
You understand? For real. Yes. Men do it all the time. You know what I'm saying? For real. We have a tendency, a propensity to want to get these notches of women on our belt. We ain't doing it because we really like them. We doing it because we're trying to fulfill a void. And you understand? It makes us feel better about ourselves if we could say, hey, I slept with 15 women the last week. What? Well, you should get 15 HIV examinations.
That's true. Women too, though. Women do that.
You're right. Y'all just do it more delicately.
Do we? No, not always.
I don't know. Yeah, well, you know what?
Some women be out there and they don't care. They don't care.
You're right. No, and I ain't gonna lie. 25 years ago, I was dating those type of women. You know what I mean? Because they was the bomb. Now, being a 43-year-old man, you got to stay away from me, man. If you really got that going on, because you know what? If it's that free for me to get it, I know homeboy got it free. You ain't gonna make me believe I'm that much of the Don Juan Casanova that I'm this dude that you just giving this for free.
Right.
Nah. You spread eagle for all the whole clan, you know what I mean? Oh. You like this. Look at Portia. She like that. For the whole clan, y'all know what those are. Yeah, I know the kids probably watching. Don't ask your mom and daddy. They'll tell you in a few years what that is. But anyway. Oh my God. You're right. Platonic relationships, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got one I just thought of that was one of my favorite. I just thought about it.
Which one?
And you gonna laugh at this one.
Why?
I know you.
Which one?
My friend, your friend, Kevin Samuels.
Kevin, the fake time Red Bull.
Kevin Samuels. You gonna die alone, Kevin Samuels.
You gonna die
Kevin
alone.
Samuels.
Yes, that was the name of that episode. You gonna die alone.
That episode, like I said, and you know what? We had some discrepancies.
I'm excited to do it. Let me. All right. Yes, but let me start by saying I do not condone getting relationship advice from a person that knows nothing about me and my life. Period. That's it.
So you trying to say that this dude, Kevin, is it Kevin? Kevin Samuels?
Kevin Samuels, yeah.
Kevin Samuels isn't qualified.
No.
To
you
give
don't know me.
Advice.
Right. Like, I feel like you don't know me. You don't know my life. Like, for a show like this, you got, like, I guess, a short time to tell him a little bit about yourself and then ask him his advice. I'm not going to do that. You don't know nothing about me. You don't know anything about my life or what I've been through or what I need to do. You don't know none of that stuff. And that's the stuff you need to, I mean, I'm against therapy for myself, but for this reason, this is why you need to go to a therapist. Go to a therapist, not somebody like this. You don't know. At least your therapist will know you. They will know how your mind works. They'll know how your heart works. And that information right there is what should be used to give you relationship advice. Not some 3 points on a note card that somebody's reading 5 minutes before talking to you. They didn't even have time to really sit there and think about it.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, obviously Portia is pissed off at this dude, Kevin Samuels. But I have to play devil's advocate like I do always. Come on. She did call into the show.
She did.
In the episode, because I said, you wasn't feeling Kevo at all.
No.
Period. You ain't feeling Kev.
No.
I'm not saying I felt him. However, I understood what he was saying. I was understanding when he was telling the young lady, yo, stop thinking that you're God's gift to men, because you are not. You understand? He comes off a little harsh. You know what I mean? But I think his mind and his heart is in the right place when he's talking to these women. Because a lot of women, and you know what? You should feel like you are the creme de la creme. You understand? You should feel that way. But you got to be realistic.
I don't want to have to go there. But when you put in all these other factors, why can't you just get a man that's an average guy?
And he's right.
Sometimes I feel like in order to fully submit, I have to feel like he's in.
Well, then you're gonna die alone. How about that? Let me just cut to the chase, ma'am. You can feel like what you want to, but women like you die alone.
For her to give her mind, body, and soul to this dude, he got to have a lot. That's where she was going with it. And you know what? And I'm going to say it again. Mr. Samuels, he was on point with that, because chicks be feeling that way. I'm not saying they shouldn't. You know what? You should reach for the stars. Yeah. But also be realistic with yourself, okay? I tell my students when we talking about, their career intentions, you know what I mean? I'm legally blind in both eyes, all right? So I can't say, you know what, I'm going to be a bus driver. No, you're not. Okay? I might be the dispatcher telling with the bus driver where to go, but I will not ever become a bus driver because of my deficiency. And a lot of women need to put themselves in that mindful state of being also. I'm not saying you have a deficiency, but like he's saying, you got to be realistic with yourself. Yo, what are you talking about? You're going to have a dude in the 10 percentile of men, you know what I mean? And where are you going to meet this guy, first and foremost, okay?
That is true. He's saying you don't even know them. You don't know where they are.
You can't go out here and drop thousands of dollars on something right here. You got to stack your bread. You know what I mean? You're an honest working layman. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? So where are you going to meet this dude that you saying you gonna meet? You fronting, you lying to yourself. Like you said, yo, no, she ain't gonna die alone. She just gonna she gonna mess with 10, 15, 20 dudes until she an old woman. Ain't nobody messing with her no more. And she gonna say, all right, cool. All right. And she gonna give him the business, and he probably gonna hate her ass because she feel like she's supposed to have more in life. She's bugging out.
Okay? Not if you really pulling what you want. If you are, let's just keep it real, okay? No feelings, no emotions involved. Let's say flat out, you're a 3. Okay. But you feel like you're a 10.
And being a 3 is subjective. Being a 3 is very subjective.
Let's remove all emotions and all that niceness and being politically correct. Let's say flat out you're a 3. Period. No matter. You're a 3. Right. But you feel like you're a 10. And you're out here, and male or female, no matter, you're pulling people who are also a 10. Right. Not a 3, but who look 10, whatever. Very beautiful people. What's wrong with you feeling like you're a 10 even though you're ugly? It doesn't matter because you're doing what you want to do and you're happy. For her, the only issue was she is not getting what she wants. And she called this guy to try to figure out how to get what she wants. That's the problem. Not that she thinks she's a 10 when she's really not. And I'm not saying she's not. I'm just saying Kevin said she wasn't flat out. He was like, no, boo-boo. You ain't a 10. You need to calm that down. That's what he told her.
Forced mistake. Come on now. We got to remember a few things about that episode. First and foremost, like he said, you got the fake hair. You got the fake eyebrows.
That's true.
You look like, and I'm going to say it, you look like Bozo the Clown with all that makeup on.
Yeah.
If you are this creme de la creme, why you got all that on?
That's true.
Why you can't come natural? You understand? Why? Because you know you ain't the bomb. That's why you got to put all that on. So check it out. I think, in my opinion, and I dig you when you're saying if you're a 3 flat out and you think you're a 10, you know, your self-esteem is on, you know, out of the roof. Great, good for you.
Yeah.
But he wasn't. I think he was trying to bring her back down to. You can't live on the moon, okay? First and foremost, you have to live on Earth, okay? He brought her back down to Earth, like, yo, like he said. She was making $100,000. Remember that? She was 6 figure, her own business. Remember that? She wouldn't deal with the dude at the post office, though, fam. She wouldn't deal with the school teacher that's making $38,000, fam. Why? Because she thinks she's the bomb and she's not. I need a man that's making $100K. Great, cool. So you mean to tell me if John Doe at the post office is making $45,000, is a respectable man with no kids and no woman and likes you, once you take you on a date, you're not going to choose him over this guy over here that makes 110, got a crazy baby mother, a 15-year-old daughter that don't respect you, but he got the Benz. You going to mess with him just because on those grounds? That's what I think Kevin was trying to...
No, but Kevin didn't say anything about anybody's personality. He was just talking about looks and money, and that's what it was all about. The fact that she didn't have the looks, she's not going to be able to grab a dude that has the amount of money that she wants to get, and that's what it was. It had nothing to do. He did not say what you just said, and that's why it was problematic for me. It's like you didn't even talk about the fact that she needs to be respected. You didn't even talk about the fact that she needs to get a man that looks inside her heart and not her weave and her makeup.
You're right. And Kevin, because you know what? He's a cut and dry guy. And usually and like I said, the episode was really intriguing for me because I hope a lot of women got something out the episode. And you know what, men too. You know what I'm saying? It's like we can't go on these superficial facets of life. It's hard not to. You understand?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got your taste. I got my taste. I'm like, yo, that's crazy right there. But let's say she's personally not my taste. We got to understand. We got to know. First and foremost, we got to ask ourselves what's more important, and that's going to piggyback on my other good episode. What's more important for her to be, you know, that voluptuous curvy thing that I like right there, or for her being a good person, a good mom, a person that's a humanitarian, a person that's you know, they're confident on the upheaval and the success of the Black community and the prospects behind that. You understand? And what's more important, what I see or what's in here? You know what I mean? Like we have to really ask ourselves, like, what's really going on? And when you're young, you tend to go on because you know what I've learned in my life, being legally blind, actually, what I've learned, that your eyes lie to you all the time. Your eyes lie to you all the time. And I think me, by being impaired, it taught me how to use this and this more. You understand? It taught me how to go into situations blinded. Like, you know what? I can't see what's going on, but I feel that you're an asshole. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't see what's going on, but my heart tells me that, you know what I mean? If you had a good person in your life, you would flourish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, people that have 2020, I think are kind of impaired in that respect, because we going on straight, oh, damn, they hot right there. Oh, damn, they got the Benz right there. Oh, damn, word, they got the crazy big bodacious house and all of that. We're not looking at, oh, damn, this dude slaps his wife.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, damn, he doesn't have any regard on spending any time with his children, but he's cute. Get out of here. Throw all them things out the window. You understand?
Yeah.
For real. So yeah, the Kevin Samuels episode, that he had the Red Bull on the table with the candle. He did his thing.
It looked like he was behind the piano. Maybe that's why I didn't like it, because he looked like one of those cheap restaurant piano players.
All right, well, we wrap it up. You got any other things? any other episodes? Any other things that stood out during this ordeal we call motivational motives?
I think I did want to say, you mentioned Kevin Samuels, and it made me think of all the Hot Topic podcasts we did, like the headliners. So we did Kevin Samuels. We did, what's that dude's name? What's that guy?
Which one? Oh, Derek Jackson.
Derek Jackson. We did the T.I. and Tiny
Mr. Jackson.
Thing.
Oh,
we did DMX.
That's an honorable mention right there. When I heard about the T.I. Tiny thing, I said, oh, okay. Whatever. All right. They probably get this all the time. And then my little cousin told me 34 women. I said, what?
34.
Hold up. I'm not saying I believe it, because I don't, to be honest with you. I don't believe it. But it puts a different spin on the whole situation when 34 women come out and say the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It puts a different spin on it, because I don't believe that Tip and his wife did that. I do believe that they are into some interesting sexual endeavors, which is not a problem, because it's none of my business what they like.
He did say they like what they like and they do what they do, but they always they know exactly where to get it when they want what they want.
The T.I. and Tiny is an honorable mention right there. Oh my God, I forgot all about that right there.
Because that went way. We really brought in that one, so it wasn't even just about the T.I. and Tiny situation. It was about sexual allegations and celebrities dealing with it, and actual regular people dealing with it, and that got huge. That one got huge. I like
that. That's
the old
crazy,
lady
man. Oh,
that one's still.
Oh, you bring them back. You hit me in the back, man. The old lady, but like I told you, me and my wife, a week after we did the podcast, we seen a video of her dancing with the old lady and all of that. I'm like, so we have to ask ourselves, okay, is she willing to allow this woman to spin on her because she knows she's in the in the will? You understand? The old lady probably got some change, and are you allowing this white lady to spin on you and disrespect you because you know she's in the will? You understand? Now you're compromising your dignity now, which we tend to do from time to time for money. And don't get me wrong,
even if it wasn't money, just credit, TikTok, people stay doing dumb stuff.
Right.
To go viral or whatever. So that was a hot topic
For
one.
real.
What was another hot topic? Okay, the stimulus check murder.
Needs versus wants. Needs versus wants.
That wasn't hot tops, but yeah, that one.
No. I'm talking about for me and you.
Okay.
That was a very good discussion for me and you. What do I need as opposed to what I want?
I do agree with that. I do. I feel like our priorities are shifted and not in a good way. I feel like we prioritize improperly. So we say we want something. We say we need something when in actuality we just want it. But we've become so dependent on it that it feels like a need. So.
And I totally agree. What do I need as opposed to what I want?
That was
you understand?
That
for real. What do I fundamentally need? Food, water, and shelter, and the love from my family. Not all my family, but the people I love in my family.
Right.
You brought up one when we was offline about the myths in the Black community.
Oh, top 10 lies Black people believe.
The top 10 myths, lies, for real.
Black people,
you got they thought Elvis. Remember when you said Elvis wasn't a racist?
Elvis was racist. That was number one because most people thought Elvis was racist.
We thought. To this day, I don't know. I still gotta research that. You know what I mean? Because when he was singing that "Love Me Tender," "Love Me True," I don't know. You sound like you got the Klan hat on. You sound like
he did appropriate Black music, but there was a lot of respect that he had for Black music because of where he was raised. He was raised in a Black community.
Okay.
So a lot of what he loved and what he liked was Black
similar
music
to what the rapper Eminem did. That's what you're saying, right? Similar to what Eminem did.
So
and Eminem is dope. I like him. You know what I mean too.
Definitely, but he's put on, at least M recognizes it though. But he's put on a pedestal by the white audience because he's white doing this type of music. So it wasn't necessarily Elvis that's like, yeah, I'm better because I took your music and I'm doing it. It was the white audience that ate up his music. See, we didn't get the recognition because we didn't have that, that large community. Right. Black people who were buying Black music, that only happened during the race records era. And that was, the 30s? 20s and the 30s, like when race records was really big. So it was like Black people didn't have money to go out and buy records. So it was white people who were consuming music. So when Elvis came out and he was doing his thing, white people went crazy, like, oh my God, this is amazing, this is amazing. Yeah, they got the money so they could go out and buy his records. And that's what put him on the pedestal. Not necessarily him because, he appropriated our music. So, and then of course, then there was the James Brown interview. And James Brown talks about how many people slander Elvis's name and don't even know the truth. And then it all traced back to that single newspaper article. It was one that came out in the 50s, 40s or 50s, I think. And it hasn't been the 50s. They came out in the 50s about Elvis and saying that he was racist and that he didn't like Black people. And they quoted it from a radio show that supposedly he was on, but he canceled that show. He never even went on the radio show. So the radio people were mad that Elvis canceled with them. So they partnered with that newspaper crew, and that's how the story got out. So it wasn't even a real story. And that one newspaper article got eaten up by the Black community. We're like, we hate Elvis. Dude is racist. So research, people,
research. But it was one of those myths that I have to research. It was the myth that said it was one of those myths that I talked about that I didn't have to.
Okay, which one?
Research. The myth that said what good hair is. I have to research that one. I mean, ladies, stop relaxing your hair, man. Stop relaxing your hair. And like I said, I used to relax my joint to have the ponytail like Rico Suave and all of that. For real, man. But it damaged my hair so much. And my hair finally, like in the last 2 years, just got back to its full Afro form. You know what I'm saying? We do not have to relax our hair. I'm trying to tell you, you know what I'm saying? So I lived it where I used to relax the hair and all that because I'm working in corporate America and all of that. That means nothing, man, for real. Have your Afro puffs out, straight up and down. Have your braids, have your locks. Do it. You know what I mean? Have your extensions in if you got to.
Yes, because I wasn't allowed to get one until my 8th grade graduation, which was the first time I got a relaxer. I got it. I was so happy. My mama, she crimped my hair. It had crimps. It was so cute. I was so happy. Then it was like by the time I was 14, 15, 16, my hair, I was wearing ponytails all the time. I was doing slick back, throwing in all my eco styler. Oh man, I was doing it up, but I was wearing a ponytail every day. And so like the middle of my hair started falling out. And I was like, you know what? I'm done. So by the time that was like 2009, 2010, I cut it all off. We went to the salon. That was the last time I got a relaxer, and I started rocking the short hairstyle. And then I let the relaxer grow out, let my hair grow out. And now my
That's
natural
right.
hair is
Let it grow out.
I mean, I got the weave in right now, but this is a protective style to protect my natural hair. So when I take out my natural hair and I do my twist out,
Exactly.
Oh, twist out. Speaking
Black
of twist
is
out,
so beautiful.
Jasmine.
What is twist out?
A twist.
Oh, Jasmine Bradford, right?
Jasmine Bradford, yes. She is
Jasmine,
amazing.
Networking.
Wait, I gotta teach you now. You just said, what is a twist out?
You gotta tell me. We're gonna show a picture of that. We gonna
a twist out is when you twist up your hair. Okay, you know twist, 2-strand twist. You put in a bunch of twists with like gel or whatever curling cream that you have. You let it sit overnight, let it dry. Once it's dry, you have to let it dry because if you don't let it dry, you're going to come out looking like James Brown. You need to let it dry. And once it's dry, you untwist it, you unravel it, and you got this cute. What do you want?
Oh, shit. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't let it dry, you will look like James Brown. Okay?
They know.
But salute and R.I.P. to the Godfather's soul, man.
Yes.
For real.
Yes, but you don't want your hair to look like him. Ladies, they know. Because we knew it. When we're too lazy or we know we did our hair too late, but we're rushing. And you just be like, oh, well, I hope it works out. I hope it's cute. So you take out the twist, thinking that it's going to be all nice and stiff. It's not. It'll just be a hot mess. It'll be wet. And you look like you got a Jerry curl. Yeah.
That's crazy. And you know what? I got braids. You know what? I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do a first for Motivational Motives. I'm gonna take off my hat. I never took off my hat during the whole first season. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take off my hat. I never took off my hat during the whole first season. Yeah, I know I got a big forehead, but I'm 43. But check it out. People be trying to say, yo, don't you think you get a little too old for braids? What that mean? Braids are culture. You see how disconnected we are from our culture? You understand? Because you are, but those are the same people that have bald spots right here. They mad because Quan Jean still got the healthy hair. Big up to my wife for that, because my wife took care of my hair for real. You know what I mean? Yo, get a nice woman that helps your mind, body, and soul. You know what I'm saying? My wife took care of my hair. You know what I'm saying? Thus, I still got the braids, and you know what I mean? I ain't going bald or none of that. You know what I'm saying? The thing about it is, we are so disconnected from our culture that we will tell somebody, yo, you know what? At that point in time in your life, you ain't supposed to have that. Who says, man? Right. If you see an 80-year-old man riding a skateboard down the block, you're going to tell him to get off because he's 80 years old. You want to know something? He's in great condition and shape to be riding that skateboard. You understand? For real. So don't hate, congratulate.
Exactly. Bend down. We got to see the top, though. We can't see the pattern. Yes. Look at that. Slick. Yay. Yes. There you go.
Big up to Cece Buena. Big up to Cece Buena. You know what I'm saying? I don't let nobody touch the hair other than my wife is Cece Buena. She's been braiding me up for years. You know what I'm saying? And usually for real, African people don't trust people like that. You know what I'm saying? She let me go to our house. So that means Cece, right and wrong. They real and they should be. We Black people should be more protective like Africans. We need to start being just as protective over our home. They just let anybody in their crib. Yep. They let anybody watch their kids. They let anybody teach their kids. Stop it, Black people. Understand? Have some love for your cultures. Have some love for thyself, man. For real. This is what we do over here at Motivational Motives. We get it popping. You know what I'm saying? We intellects over here. For real. On the real, this is the thing, if you're an ignorant person, and we all have a sense of ignorance in us, you know what I mean? But if you are a fundamentally ignorant person, I need you to come here and listen to Motivational Motives. For real. I need you to listen to all of season 1. You understand? Learn something, for real. Learn something that you can pass down to your children. You understand? Learn something that you can talk to that European man in the street about. You understand? Because he think you don't know nothing. Straight like that. That European man think only thing he think you know is rap music, Biggie Smalls and Pac, chicken, macaroni and cheese, and how to throw a Jerry curl in your hair. For real. That's the only thing he thinks you know. Let these people know what you know. Learn it here at Motivational Motives. Word is gone. For real. You know.
Can I just say one thing?
Portia mistake it. Sure, no doubt, young lady, do your thing.
Stereotypes do get on my nerves, but there's one Black stereotype that I have never found not true.
Okay, talk to me. Talk to me. What is the stereotype that you have never found not to be true?
On a hot summer day, I have never seen a Black person not like watermelon and chicken. There is nothing better than watermelon and chicken on a hot summer day.
Yo. And on that note,
oh my God. Oh, I'm sorry. That's a good one.
Watermelon is quite tasty, and as long as your chicken is crispy, I will devour it. I know that sounded kind of perverted, but it's the truth. If your chicken is tasty, I will devour it. You understand?
Oh my God. Yes.
I might have to agree with you on that one. All right? For real. Yo, man. Yo, to wrap it up, man.
Mm-hmm.
First mistake, I just want to thank you. I want to thank you personally. You know what I'm saying? For getting on this journey with me. You know what I'm saying? Providing your services as a fabulous editor, formatter, publicist. You do your damn thing. You know what I'm saying? And as a person that I regard as my friend. Thank you. You understand?
Oh, cute.
For real. Word is born. This is what we do here. Yeah. This is what we do here.
It's been...
I want to... Go ahead, baby.
It's been a blessing, for real, to just be on... I mean, I know it's only season 1. We have a long way to go. We're going to keep posting. We're going to keep doing our thing. But just to even have started this and meet the people we met, and even just meeting you and your family, it's been a blessing. So I'm so happy. I'm so glad that we started this together, and we're going to keep rocking. We hope y'all ride with us for the whole journey. It's going to be dope. We're going to keep it going. It's going to be bigger. It's going to be better. It's going to be amazing.
Come with me, Mama Pac said. Ride, la 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 la. Ride with us, for real. Come with me, Hail Mary.
That's the jam.
Yo, to sign off, I want to give a rest in peace shout out to my man Carlos M. Herrera. He passed away by way of kidney failure a week ago. That was a mentor of mine when I was going in the City University of New York. I was an undergrad, and he seen the potential in me that I hadn't even seen in myself. And he always kept me on the up and up. And he told me who Quan John could be. He told me to utilize my voice. He taught me how to be my authentic self on a daily basis. He never had a negative bone in his body when he came in contact with me. So rest in peace to my man, Carlos M. Herrera. My condolences go out to his family and his children. You know what I'm saying? For real. So, from Portia Mystique and Motivational Motives signing off season 1, you got your boy Quan John 100, y'all.
Bye. Woo.